Hello and welcome to another update video about Cosmos Atom. We take a look at the updated wave count. In the end, it's not really an updated wave count, no change really to the previous video. It's only that in the previous video I gave you two scenarios. One of them got invalidated, so there's pretty much one left. Yeah, I always have to show you an alternative as well, so I'm going to show you another one, but they are not much different from each other. Okay, so it remains my view that there is a good chance that Cosmos or Atom moved up here in a wave 1 that was into September 22, and we then came down in a wave A. We moved up in a B wave where we topped at around $15.80, and we've come down in a C wave. So it could be that here on the 21st of November, I think it was, or 22nd, here at around $8.70, the wave 2 was in. That would mean that we could now expect a wave 3 rally to the upside. What would be the ideal target for this wave 3 rally? I can give you that as well. For that, we take the length of the wave 1, we go to the low of the wave 2, and the target would be $27.25. So it's quite a bit of a move, isn't it? So the question is only, is the wave 2 already finished or not? So in the previous video we had this scenario 2 basically. So I'm going to show you the one that was invalidated as well. So the idea was in both of these scenarios that this was a wave 1 and we came down in a wave 2. That was the first scenario, 1 and 2, and then here another wave 1 and 2 of the wave 3 already. But I told you this is only valid as long as we're holding this yellow support area, or at least it's only likely as long as we're holding this support area here. Now, which we didn't, okay? So we should have held $9.71, we didn't. So I have to assume that it was not a 1-2-1-2 setup. Don't get me wrong, it technically could still be that because we never dropped below the low here at 942. So it could still theoretically be 1-2, yeah. So here 1-2, and then we could already theoretically be in this wave 3. So this is that scenario: 1-2-3-4-5. Take the B wave away, yeah. Think that away. I'm gonna move it. Yeah. So that was the first scenario I showed you in the last video, where we said we can go with that as long as we're holding the $9.70 level, or 9.71. It could still theoretically be that. The problem is that this wave 2 came down too low. Now it's not invalidated, but the reason why I gave you this yellow support area is that this was the lower support here at $9.71 was the 78.6% retracement. Dropping below that level normally makes a wave 2 very unlikely. So I think just in short, this wave 2 dropped too low, so it can't really be a wave 2 anymore. So I have to assume that wave 2 here never finished. That was the second scenario. Therefore, I already defined for you this additional support area, which I think we should get into, or at least touch here at $9.38. How is that recognized? So it is based on, again, the Fibonacci, the Fibonacci levels here. In this case, based on the 88.7 Fib level at 891 and the 61.8% Fib level at 937 or 938. And my primary expectation is now that we get into this area, maybe just touch it, and then we could move up. Okay, so it's basically an ABC pattern, a so-called expanded flat. Could be a running flat. In a running flat, you also have an overshooting wave B, but the C wave does not go below the low of the wave A. But in all likelihood, we have to expect it does go below the low of the wave A, because statistically, expanded flats are much more frequent than running flats, okay? And also, it doesn't look finished yet, really. I would only believe it's finished if we move above $10.58, this high. Yeah, because if it's a C wave, we would expect it to be a 5-wave move. So here, this could have been a wave 1, here a wave 2, here a wave 3, now a wave 4, which should be finished ideally, and then a wave 5 down, getting into this area between $8.91 and $9.40. Yeah. So for that scenario to work out, that we have a good likelihood of a rally in the blue wave 3, which would be part of that higher degree wave 3 that we just talked about. We can, first of all, let's formulate a target for that blue wave 3 that you know what you can expect. And we look at the most conservative version of it, and it would take it to 1174 in the first instance. But this would only be the third wave. However, also here, if we drop below the $8.91 level, which in this case is the 88.7% FIB level, then we are going to morph into the next higher degree wave pattern, or the next one, and we would have to assume we are not yet in the third wave. So all we would do then is to reset this wave 2, yeah, because nobody can guarantee that we are going to hold this support area. I think we have a good chance. Yeah, I think this could be a 1-2 setup. But if we fail this level, and if we make a lower low, or even if we break that 88.7% FIB level, it would be sort of a warning before breaking that low from the 21st of November that we will most likely make a new low. And then this support area becomes relevant again, which is between 680 and 950. Yeah, or actually I can then reduce it down, because it would basically start directly below this yellow support box here. So it would be between $8.90 and $6.80. And it would just mean that this wave 2 here, which I currently assume finished here, never finished. So it just is reset lower. So it means it will come down a bit lower to finish off then the higher degree wave 2. And we could then start from there, give it another try from there. Generally, the Atom chart is not really a bad chart. I think there are better charts, but it's still not too bad. Looks okay from the structure. You know, we haven't come down too much. What I would expect if we really drop below 890, yeah, then if you look at these Fibonacci levels here, if I really redo that support area and we move it over here for a possible reset of wave 2, so I'm going to label this alternative wave 2, yeah, I think these two FIB levels get very relevant. So in short then, if we drop below 891, I think we're going to see $8. That is the 78.6% retrace. Going below that level will already be a bit critical. I would still allow it to go down to the 88.7% FIB level, but ideally it turns around at $8. It's a very relevant FIB level, yeah. So it's going to be interesting here. You should know now about these two possible structures and wave patterns. I still have, I need to double check. I think my stop loss didn't trigger. I did open a long position here with a stop loss around 940, I think it was. I think it didn't trigger yet, or was it 947, but it didn't trigger. I think I still have it open. But yeah, it might get triggered, and then I would just reset lower. So it is what it is. We'll see. I obviously can't rule out that maybe we could rally even from here, but I won't believe it until we get above the $10.58 level, really. So yeah, primary expectation going into this area. It has another chance to rally from here. If it fails this one, it will probably come down to $8, and we'll have another chance to rally from this support area. Okay. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.